AI is trained on millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of images. And so what we're really looking at when we put a prompt into something like MidJourney is it's basically looking at all of these reference images, and it's just trying to predict what it thinks that we're looking for based on the prompt. The cool thing about AI is as soon as I can enter a prompt, click enter, wait a few seconds, I can just keep doing this over and over and over again. Now, what I'm going to cover, at least in the beginning right now, we'll get into some image optimization best practices a little bit later on, is a reasonable workflow that you can use to start concepting images using a combination of the AI on DataDive and then some of these generative image creators like MidJourney. This product, rather, has been out for more than a year now. It's called our AI product brief. And what it allows you to do is, in just a few minutes, our AI program will go through and read all of the reviews, all of the product detail pages for up to 10 competitors, and it's going to tell you a handful of things about the product, like what customers like, most important features, customer avatars, things like that. And so the example that I have up on this screen here is for a cat tree. I use this example all the time in DataDive office hours. And the process for creating this brief is extremely simple. So on the left-hand side of your screen, there's some toggles. If you use the check all toggle, it'll select the top 10 competitors. And you just click on the button for analyze the selected competitors. You give it like 5 to 10 minutes, keep working in the background, or get yourself a cup of coffee or a Coke. And then like magic, it's gonna have read and analyzed all of the reviews, the information on the product detail page, and it's gonna tell you things like what are the most important attributes, what are the most important features of the product. So in this case, we're looking at a cat tower, a cat tree, and we see that people wanna know about the different features. Like does it have a climbing wall? Does it have a scratching post? Does it have a hammock? The ability of this product to help cats exercise and be active. Do they have nice snuggly perches and like areas that the cats can sleep in? On top of that, we have what do the customers like about the product? So things like easy assembly, is it sturdy? Is it good quality? What's the sizing? Does it have good instructions? It's going to tell you what do customers dislike about the product. This is getting into the opposite of if it's sturdy, if it's wobbly, if it has missing parts, does it have a larger platform for larger cats? It's going to tell you value-added ideas. We showed a little bit of this in the product development masterclass. So this is ways that you can improve the product. So enhancing the stability, making spacious, comfortable areas for if the cat wants to perch, having a really durable scratching post. And then we also have things like customer avatars. So this is based on review data, and it's like, this is who is most likely to purchase your product, different customer avatars. So we have like cat lover Lisa. It tells us a little bit about cat lover Lisa. We have busy professional Mike, apartment dweller Sarah. It even talks about where Sarah might live. She lives in a small apartment, wants a space-saving cat tree. She needs a cat that can fit into a corner, cat tower that can fit into a corner, and it doesn't take up too much space. So you'll see how we leverage this into AI. The most practical applications, and this is what I personally use when using AI to make creative briefs, to create image concepts, is creating environments, creating shot lists, and then reverse engineering how the brain works and how the brain recognizes different images.
Hey, if you're enjoying this content, you're going to love the masterclasses that we host on a regular basis. We've got over 1,000 members in our private community, and over 400 of them are already doing over $1 million. We regularly host masterclasses with hundreds of students, and you can find out more below. Join us.
So everything that I'm going to show next is done over a period of about 30 to 45 minutes. And I used about 30 different prompts and was able to get more than 8 usable ideas. Now, again, these are not usable ideas that I could upload into Amazon. I'm still going to have to hand them off to an internal team or hand the creative brief off to an agency so that they can bring these image concepts to life. So what you're going to see is a raw output. This has not been edited, and you're going to see the prompt above each set of images. And so the first one is what I explained earlier, using AI to create different environments this is where your product would show up. The cool thing about AI is as soon as I can enter a prompt, click enter, wait a few seconds, I can just keep doing this over and over and over again. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking at the AI product brief and I'm thinking, what are the important things that a customer needs to know before they buy this product? In this case, it's looking more about the scene. I'm thinking about those customer avatars. And the first 3 that I got came from the first 3 of that list. I wanted to see a busy professional. I wanted to see someone with a really cramped apartment. And then I wanted to see like, what would a cat lover's house look like? And so on the left-hand side, you see house of a busy professional. And these are 4 different outputs that are given to me by MidJourney. Not all of these I love, but if I want to create images that are going to resonate with these customer avatars that the AI product brief is suggesting, this could be something that you can switch around the creative, switch around the view to make it a little bit more fitting. So the other application here is using generative AI to create visual shot lists that can actually be recreated in the real world. So again, none of these I'm going to use directly on Amazon, but for creating some concepts, this is just a few minutes of work. And I think this is pretty powerful.